Hey love, welcome to Lifestyle But Not. I'm Naya Lu, and in 2 days I'm leaving for Southeast Asia. So come with me, let me show you how I get ready. I consider myself a pretty decent travel prepper, so I have some tips to make the last days before your travel completely stress-free. First of all, I'm going to travel with just a cabin bag for the couple of months that I'm going to be there, and so should you. You should be light, you should experience the hassle-free way of traveling without 100 suitcases. I'm going to take with me a couple of really light t-shirts, a couple of sundresses, long current pants or skirts or long dresses, because I'm going to visit temples and you have to be respectful in the temples. Don't forget to take with you a shawl or a really lightweight jacket. You won't need a lot of pairs of socks, maybe 2 or 3, because you're going to be on flip-flops. And remember that you don't have to take an entire wardrobe with you, because laundry services are widespread in Southeast Asia and they're dirty cheap. Remember that you need walking shoes. I would suggest you do the thing I do. I usually take with me a very old pair. I clean it before. You don't want to look like a slob at the airport. On your way there, on your way back, you're gonna look like a slob and you won't care. And then you can just leave them there, because they're gonna be destroyed. If they're really old shoes, they're gonna be destroyed. So just take a pair that you don't care about and leave it there. And in general, why don't you take with you clothes that you don't really care about and leave them there? You don't need a really fluffy beach towel, because these never dry in Southeast Asia. It's really humid, so just take your sarong or buy a sarong from there. And in order to be more minimalistic, just take with you a good pair of sandals that you can use on the beach and that you can go to the club in, go to the beach in. Make sure your passport is up to date, and make sure that you have at least 6 months ahead before it expires, because a lot of countries require at least 6 months. Check out the vaccinations you're gonna need before going there. Maybe you don't need any if you stay in the big metropolitan cities like Bangkok or Jakarta or Kuala Lumpur, but if you plan to venture in the jungle or countryside, you're gonna need vaccinations for sure. I have learned the hard way that you have to call your bank before leaving and informing them that you're going to be abroad and exactly in which countries your card is going to be used. If you live alone and no one is going to be at your home, make sure you leave a key with a trusted neighbor. You never know what may happen or how it might be needed. Check if you have to change money beforehand. You're gonna need some money for the first hours to get a taxi from the airport or whatever, and maybe the exchange rate in your country is much better than the one they have in the airport there. I'm not a huge fan of having my phone with me while I roam, so I personally always get with me a travel guidebook. Maybe you should do the same, and you don't want to be like this all the time, right? And what I usually do, which I consider very important because I hate wasting food, I think it's a cardinal sin. I usually take whatever is in my fridge and put it in a big pot and make some, I don't know, something like a soup or something in the pot. I just realized I was making this video in my kitchen, which is not a good look. Anyway, we're back in our normal setting. A really important thing not to forget to pack is any special kind of medication you're gonna get. In Southeast Asia, you're gonna find all the over-the-counter medication you need for the flu or for a fever or for a headache or whatever. But if you take something specific, better to take it with you. And in case it's really heavy medication, maybe you should take with you the prescription, because in some countries, some of the medications we use are considered drugs. For Southeast Asia, you don't have to take the mosquito repellent with you, because they have the best mosquito repellents I have ever used. But you can take sun lotion, because it's a bit more expensive there. So in terms of toiletries, don't pack anything. You can find everything there, and they're really good and they're really cheap, and you can try some new shampoos or body lotions. And guys, this might sound a bit cheesy, but the most important thing to remember to pack is your positive vibes, so that you can spread them around and make friends and have an amazing and awesome experience wherever you go. Thank you so much for watching. That was it for today's video. If you liked it, please click like. If you don't want to miss the next one, that is going to be from Malaysia, please click subscribe, comment any tips you might have for the last days before traveling. Until next time, bye bye.
This thing she made is not even edible, but whatever, let me check and I'll tell you later.